We also only have today and tomorrow for school this week. We have a very short week, and we're doing a fun flex week. So if you got an email saying, hey, I think you forgot to submit your topic to me, make sure that you go on to, I'm going to show you right now what you need to do. You need to go on today to, what am I on here? Let's go to this one. The calendar first and take a look at what it says for the day. So we're on Tuesday, the 25th. And right here, you can see that it says it's Flexpert Week Day 2. But if you didn't do Flexpert Week Day 1, you need to go back and look at that. So here's Day 2. We're going to talk about in a minute. The previous one, and this is in language arts. Here's Day 1 where you were supposed to submit your topic. So you're just supposed to, some people just wrote one word to me, but that's fine. I just need to know what it is you're going to research this week. Here is Flexpert Introduction, and it has this link to a website. And I wanted to make sure you knew that was there because that might help you with today's work. So today what we're going to do is come up with a list of guiding questions or subtopics to help us research our topic. Just like anything else in life, if you don't have a plan, you're probably not going to have a lot of success at something. So if you're going to go on a trip and you don't pack a suitcase or you don't buy an airline ticket, guess what? You're not going to get very far, right? Or you're going to get there and have nowhere to stay and no underwear, which is a huge problem. You need your underwear, people. So school, like anything else, requires planning. Learning requires planning. You have to figure out what it is you need to research because otherwise topics can be way too big or way too small. So for example, on the solar system, I have a couple of people doing space. Here are some great guiding questions. What are the names of the planets? How big is our solar system? What does the solar system look like? Why does everything in the solar system revolve around the sun? I have several people interested in that. Here are some other topics you might look into. You're probably not going to look into all of this because that would be way too much. So pick and choose the questions and the topics that you want to research. And then a project you don't have to focus on quite yet, but you'll be thinking about what you're going to do for a project. Again, if you're doing, I don't know, let's say you decide you're going to do it on an animal. I have several people doing animals and you pick one animal. You're going to want to come up with some subtopics. What do penguins eat? What are their predators? How do they communicate? Where do they live? How do they move? How do they hatch their eggs? You might also look at the difference between Antarctica and the South Pole and where we find penguins in the world, because believe it or not, penguins are only in half the world. And whenever you see a picture of Santa Claus with penguins, that picture is inaccurate. There are no penguins at the North Pole. So today your job is to come up with some guiding questions for your research. And then you're going to go to that assignment, Day 2, and you're going to cut and paste your questions into that document and send them to me so I can make sure you have some pretty good questions or some pretty good subtopics to research. Do you have any questions about how to do that? Okay. So if you still do not have a topic, you should probably go on to that assignment and pick a topic that you're going to research and send me that topic because we need to do that. Today also was the day that our friend Eli was going to give us a joke. Did you remember your joke, Eli? No? Okay, tomorrow. And finally, I went through in the last few days and I read all of your stories from Mod 2 that I received, except for Megan's. I'm not done with yours yet, but I did get it. And I wrote you guys comments. So most of the comments are on the bottom of your document. In the past, I've cut and pasted those comments into Canvas emails, but this time I didn't want to take the time to do that. So I thought you guys could go back onto your Mod 2 stories and read the comments I wrote you. I was super impressed with your stories. You guys are really learning a lot about writing. You're writing longer and stronger. Your writing is starting to look better in terms of capitals and end marks and quotation marks. Your writing is starting to be more engaging with rising tension and and heart of the story and smaller moments. It's not just like I woke up and then I ate breakfast and then I brushed my teeth kind of so what stories. So you should pat yourselves on the back. I've seen tons of growth in writing, and it'll be fun for me to talk to your families about how great you're doing in writing at conferences this week. So really impressed with the writing. If you're sitting there thinking, I didn't write that story and send it to Ms. Laws, guess what? There's time. Send it to me this week. There's just a few people whose stories were missing, so I'll probably send you a note. Today we also have at 10:30 the SRG Girls Group with Amoy, Sophia, Bree, and Anna. And remember that if you go onto the calendar and you click on today, which is the 25th of October, only 6 days until Halloween, guys, if you celebrate Halloween. You'll see your book club right here. So here's the Supergirl readers. You're going to want to go on there and click on your Google Doc and remind yourself what you're supposed to do for today. If you're not ready, still come. So you're trying to finish the stories Julian tells by Tuesday this week. So you're supposed to have the stories Julian tells done. If you haven't finished it, at least bring part of it and your favorite part. And then this afternoon at 2:30, I've got, oops, not that. I've got the Reading Warlords. Hey, Luis, are you on here right now? I don't know if Luis is here. I wanted to check in with you because I came to your house yesterday and dropped off a bag of books, and I knocked, but I don't think anybody, oh, here he comes. Yay. Okay, I'll check. Here, boys, let's look at what you're doing. So Luis, thanks for joining us. We were just talking about your book club, and I was just saying that I came to your house yesterday and dropped off the books. Can you give me a thumbs up or say, yes, I got them if you checked your front door and found a bag of books? Luis? And then if you go on the calendar, you can click on. It's in the chat. Did he say he got them?
Yeah, he said, yeah.
Oh, yeah, good, perfect. Okay, so today, if you go onto the calendar, you'll find a link to your 1B Reading Warlords book club, and you're going to meet at 2:30. David, you too. And today you were supposed to read the book, The Donner Party, about the poor Oregon Trail families that got stuck in the snow and maybe had to eat each other a little bit after they died. Pretty gross story, but bring it and then look through the bag and bring a book that you want to read next. And make sure you come at 2:30 today, gentlemen. All right, so again, look at your stories and see the comments I gave you on your 2B writing. Make sure you go into Flexpert Day 101, Day 1, and submit your topic to me. About half of you submitted and half of you forgot. And then today, your job is to figure out what you're going to research and send me a list of the questions and the subtopics that you're going to research. And Lauren, I'm not sure if I got it, but I'll check. Okay, I'll be checking. Those are like your big things that you're doing today. And in math, we're doing lesson 4.03 today at 10 o'clock. And Christian, you're going to let me know who you want to play a game with at 11:40. And then at 12:20, we're going to be publishing our writing. So if you don't make it to our writing lesson, make sure you go on the document. It's on the calendar. I'll show it to you right now. So if you go to our calendar today, not there, here, Tuesday, and you look through, you can see the Flexpert Day 2 is here. We just talked about that, how today you need to come up with some guiding questions and subtopics for your topic that you're going to research, and send me a list of those things that you're researching. Of course, you'll find other things to research, but if you don't think about a direction to go with your research, it's really easy to just get lost in the internet land. So here's math. Here's our document. So if you look at this, it says free writing day 6, get it done and publish it on this link. So here's what I'd like you to do. Here's a link to our shared writing. You can see I already put my name on here, and I put links on here for you guys to go read some of my writing. I put 3 stories on here. You don't have to put 3, but if you're proud of your last story, of your chapter 2 story, or if you're proud of one of your narrative stories that you wrote, then you could put it on there.
Question.
Yeah.
Can we put old writing
You can put any writing you want on here. Let me show you how you do it, okay? You type on here what you want, like mod 2 writing. Then you go to your document. I'm just going to connect something else because I don't have mod 2 writing. Let's see here. Oh, here's Megan's story. I'll attach it for right now, then I'll take it off, Megan, okay? So if Megan were going to share this, here's what she'd do first. Go up to sharing. And then you can see she's shared it with me already, and she's given me editing rights, but you don't want to give your peers editing rights. So you want to be careful about this. Go down to the restricted and click anyone with the link. And then you see how it says viewer. That's good. You do not want it to say editor or commenter. I don't think. I mean, you can put commenter and then they can leave comments, but I would suggest just leave it at viewer. They'll still be able to send you a nice compliment if they want to. Then you copy the link and you're done. And then you go back onto this document that we were just on, this one, and you go next to your name or wherever you're putting it, and you highlight the name of it. And then you go up to the link and you stick the link in there and say apply. Now, if I click on this, it's going to take me right to Megan's writing. So I'm going to take that link out because I don't think Megan wants me to get credit for her writing, but she can put it back in there later. Yes, I see that your hand is raised. Nora, what's your question? Or you had a hand raised? No question? Oh, no, it's
Me. I
sorry.
don't have my hand raised.
Okay, it was Mila. Sorry, I didn't see it right. Mila, what's your question?
So you have to share a story with every other person in the class?
So you don't have to share your story. If we were in class, you would be reading your story to each other. Part of a 5th grade standard is presenting your work. You're quite a strong writer, Mila. I hope that you'll share your writing because your writing is strong and other people can learn from it. But the one that I'd really like you to share is your writing for Free Writing Week, just so that people can see all the different things people worked on. If you don't want to share that one though, and you're proud of one of your narrative stories, you can share that. You can.
Oh, you mean the one that me and Evie are writing?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I would share that.
Okay, great. I hope you guys will be willing to share your writing. If you're not willing to, send me an email, explain why you don't want to share it. If you say it's not good, I'm telling you right now, I'm super impressed with your improvement in writing. You guys are doing great. And again, part of 5th grade standard is sharing and presenting your work, being able to organize your thinking, being able to read and write and share ideas. David, question.
Why aren't we able to change our home screen, you know?
Your background. David, it's
Huh?
because that's the way Beaverton set it up so that kids wouldn't be distracted by that. And so teachers wouldn't have to deal with like inappropriate backgrounds. Okay.
Dang it.
Well,
Eli.
actually, the backgrounds work in Spanish class and art class.
Oh, that's funny. Crazy. All right. Friends, we have a short one today, but what I would like you to do right now is you can, if you want to blacken your screen and do this, you can, but I want you to go on to Canvas and I want you to click on subjects and go to language arts. And then I would like you to open up this module, the Flextra Week module. It's right here, Flex Expert Week. And I'd like you to, if you haven't already submitted Flextra Expert Week Day 1, I want you to submit that before you leave today. So open that one up and submit your topic. If you have submitted that one, I'd like you to open up Day 2 and start coming up with some guiding questions. If you want to, you can open up this list on Day 1 with a link to this site. And you're going to say, but Ms. Loss, can I just copy some of these questions? Absolutely. If these are your topic and you like those questions, you can do that. Mila, yes.
How many questions should we like put in the text thing for the assignment?
It's totally up to you and your topic. So for example, on yours, I sent you a list of questions. Did you get that email?
No. Let me check it right
Check
now.
your email. It was through Synergy, so it's probably in your Outlook. And actually, I wanted you to check in with your folks on your topic and just make sure they're okay with it, okay?
Okay.
But you can use my questions, or you can come up with some of your own subtopics. There's an awful lot that I sent you. Did you get that email?
Where do I find it?
I think you find it in your, I don't know where your mail is. My mail looks like this. I just click on mail. I don't know where kids find their emails.
Like Gmail?
Yeah, it's your Gmail, should be.
Okay.
Check it and see if it's there. I'm curious when I send those Outlook messages, like every week I send the schedule for the week on Sunday. Are you guys getting that?
I don't really check my
You don't check your email? Okay, good to know. Good to know that you're not getting any of my messages. Okay, so everybody right now is on this Flexpert Week project, either 101 or 102. You're submitting a project to me, and then you're working on your topics. And then also you need to this week think about scheduling your time. So there's also a link on there to like how you might break up your time during the day, because not having language arts to do doesn't mean you just don't do anything. It means you need to be spending that time researching. And actually, if you look at all the things you have to do, it's not a lot of extra time for research. Taking out the content lesson and the writing lesson or reading lesson takes out some time. Like I would say it frees you up an hour and a half a day, but you need to spend that hour and a half a day on your project. You have 5 days to get this done. It's not a lot of time. Yes. Who has their hand raised? Let me look. Yeah, David.